Hey guys, it's Chris with History Loves Company, and today I'm here to tell you guys in 5 minutes or less how to identify a Georgian colonial home. But before we get started, let's make sure that we set that 5-minute timer so that I can get you guys back on your way and back to your day in 5 minutes or less, preferably less, so you guys can have an awesome and a productive day. But you're going to want to stick around to the very end of this video right here, because that is where I'm going to be dropping in some super sexy, super rare photos of the Georgian colonial home, and I just know that you guys are going to want to see those. So, Georgian colonial homes are pretty frickin' old, guys. They date back as early as the year 1730, right up until about 1790 or so. In fact, they're actually the very first architect-inspired style home here in America, and they were represented by a few different variations. We had the English variation, the Dutch variation, the French variation, and the German variation. It's also important to note that over the years, we have lost a little bit of these structures due to development along the East Coast. So when we do come across one, it's important to realize that it's, somewhat rare. And with that being said, let's take a look at some of those identifying features that we're going to see in those photos that we post later on in this video. And we've got some similarities here to the first period colonial homes that we talked about in that last video. So in the north, a lot of these homes were built very close to the ground. And in the south, the homes were built atop an elevated basement. So a couple of stairs leading up to that front door and that first floor. You're also going to note that the chimneys are going to be similar to those first period colonial homes. So in the northern states, we have that centrally located chimney, which helps to heat the home a little bit better, while in the south we have those end-style chimneys that we saw in the first period colonial home as well. Colonial homes, most of them feature symmetrical facades, so with the Georgian colonial we will in fact see a symmetrical facade. We'll also see very classical style detailing, even pedimented door surrounds and pedimented dormers. The dormers, are personally one of my favorite features of this style home because they're pretty freaking sweet, guys. Another one of my favorite features of this style home are going to be the porticos. What in the heck is a portico? My videographer just asked me the question, so I'm sure you guys are asking the question as well, and here's an easy enough answer. It's a glorified porch with a roof atop of it with a ton of classical detailing that looks super sweet. If you guys stick around to the super sexy photos at the end, I promise you guys will see a portico, and you guys are going to frickin' love it. What about the roof type, you ask? Well, that's a great question. The roof types on a Georgian colonial style home, we're going to see either a high hipped roof, a high gabled roof, or a high gambrel style roof, maybe even a pent roof. We're also going to want to note the window styles. We've got small pane windows or plank frame windows. As far as siding goes on this style of home, we often had wood siding that was made to imitate ashlar stone. With those features being wrapped up, we pretty much know what the exterior of the home looks like, but just in case we can't paint a good mental picture, those freaking photos that I promised you guys are going to drop in right here, and you guys can see the symmetrical facade. You guys can see those beautiful roof lines. You guys can see that elegant portico that I mentioned before. And what about those dormers? Look at those freaking curves, guys. So sexy. You guys are not gonna want to miss the next one. Check this one out. Check out that classical detailing, guys. It's probably about time to wrap this up. I think this video is gonna fall under the or less category so that I can get you guys back on your way and back to your day. And with that being said, remember, guys, every home is a story. Let's discover yours.